There's been a lot of news stories about both Uber and Lyft. Some of them positive, some of them negative, but this one, it's just weird. As you can see already, a tasty LA mystery, unwanted Uber Eats food deliveries vex Highland Park neighborhood. I like how this is an actual article on the LA Times. And they start, at first, the deliveries were sort of delightful. There were chicken sandwiches, milkshakes, pastries, lattes, and more. Then, the items started arriving multiple times a day at all hours, delivered by Uber Eats. And the thing is, the recipients never ordered any of it. So, kind of strange that basically they've been getting a lot of, as you can see here, unwanted food deliveries from Uber Eats, which I'm not going to lie, I mean, I don't know why you would complain about that. I mean, I do get, there's two sides to this, of course, as there is for every story. But they said it mostly came from McDonald's and Starbucks. So McDonald's, I mean, once in a while I might have it, but Starbucks is nice, I'll say that. Though a few other of the fast food chains were represented too. I don't know if I consider Starbucks fast food. Maybe that's like a debated thing. I'm not sure. I feel like Starbucks is just kind of like a coffee thing. I don't consider it fast food. But anyway, they said they received several Uber Eats deliveries of food they did not request, and that many of their neighbors had too. A handful of people said they had gotten dozens of orders. You can see this right here. I mean, I don't know why you're complaining. I mean, I guess the biggest thing is it's sketchy. It's kind of weird. You're kind of like, why is all this just randomly arriving at my house? Like, who's ordering all this stuff? And then they're saying, I don't trust it, I'm throwing it out. That to me is kind of fair. Like, I feel like if I got one random order at my house, I'd be like, okay, maybe the Uber Eats, delivery driver dropped it off at the wrong place. But if I'm getting numerous ones, like if I was getting this many every single day, I'd be like, is this a prank? But it's also a very expensive prank too. I mean, we know Uber Eats is super expensive, even for McDonald's. And so, it's really interesting. I like how they say, I don't know who's doing it. We were joking at first. It must be Elon Musk. Out of all people, I don't know. I don't know who else could afford it. I mean, yeah, I guess fair point. And here's a big thing though, obviously. As far as the whodunits go, that's a weird word. The stakes are low, right, for sure. Even here they say the drivers always laugh at the situation. I mean, it makes sense because, she was talking to the Uber Eats driver and she said, I have to leave it. I don't have a choice. And then she handed it to me. I mean, it makes sense. Like, as the Uber Eats driver or delivery driver, whatever, you got to do your job, right? And then she received about 30 deliveries. She was able to convince an Uber Eats driver to telephone the person who placed the order when we called the number on the order was disconnected. So somehow they were able to get in touch with an Uber Eats driver, have the Uber Eats driver call the person who placed the order, and nothing. It's just so bizarre. I mean, I feel like they just have to, what? Are they throwing it out? 20-piece nuggets with sweet and sour sauce. Oh, that's pretty awesome. What a waste to send it to a vegetarian. Of course. I mean, it's LA. I'm surprised she didn't say vegan. But this is just like a ridiculous story. I mean, this goes on. Wow, how long is this article? Doing a little podcast. I mean, I feel like this is getting kind of ridiculous. So, yeah. With all the crazy stories going on right now, both positive and negative about Uber and Lyft, a lot of people talking about, recent assaults and the money being really bad and everything going on in the economy. This seems to be a very pressing issue right now here in LA. It is super weird though. I'm going to be honest. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I do get that it's maybe a weird prank, but one, it's a weird prank to be sending somebody food. It's like, ha ha ha, you're getting free food. Like, okay. And two, and let's be honest as well, who has the money to afford that? I mean, I know they were joking maybe it was Elon Musk or whatever, but like I was saying, I mean, we all know Uber Eats is super expensive. Deliveries, when it comes to getting food and, food delivery is super expensive. So who's willing to shell out like numerous orders? I mean, if they're ordering that much McDonald's, I'm guessing, and this is just speculation, they're probably spending anywhere between $20 and $30 an order. If they're doing a few orders a day, from what it seems like, some of them said it's like multiple orders. I mean, that's like a tremendous amount. I mean, that's such like a ridiculous amount of money. Well, like at least $60 or $70 a day, at least. And that's on like the cheap amount. So $60 or $70 a day you're spending for a prank where you're giving somebody free food. It is kind of weird, but I'm going to be honest. I would probably eat it. I mean, maybe that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you eat it or not? Because like I said, one order, of course. Yeah, why not? They delivered it to the wrong person. What are you going to do? Of course, unless like I knew where the person's address was, but let's say I just got a free order, whatever. But if it's like 3, 4, 5, 6 a day, then it starts to be like, okay, it seems very deliberate. So it's very random as well why someone's just like doing this. I don't know.